Welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. I know JohnJoker will join. When he can, I did send him the link and everything. So he'll join eventually. Like multiple others will be joining. Yes, welcome back to the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. I'll be talking about that JohnJoker VictorySaber figure, which I previously talked about a few weeks ago, last Sunday. Well, when you're watching this, at least, I recorded that video. Went live at that one video. Granted, we did find at least what the combined mode height would be. Then I did say it would bring out like figures just to show some scale with that height, which I'm quickly just transforming them back into their robot modes, or at least just sending back up. So you can at least get a sense of how big the figure will be compared to the Victory JohnJoker will be compared to these previous figures from many lines ago, which I'll be talking about because now we actually have like a little bit more height. We just saw like those updated new renderings again for the figure, which if I can pull those up, I will show them on here when I'm talking about him. I'm gonna give John a few minutes to join before I at least start talking about this figure. And I'll be posting a link in the chat if anyone else wants to join, they can. Well, if they want to join, they can. Yeah, so we'll be talking about that. Haslab VictorySaber, which John had a few ideas and stuff he was talking to me about on Insta. So we're talking about what he has to say about it too. Well, his opinions about this figure, about this Haslab set. I'm quickly just getting the last comparisons fully transformed into their robot mode. Well, robot modes at least. He knows what time I was going live. Well, I was going live too. But at least I do have the comparisons already and set. Well, already done. Well, for at least one major one. Granted, maybe if I can find like a Tyrant's Return Overload on sale, or at least eBay, I can pick that one up. Or the Atlas, the one that came in the 3-pack a few years ago. With like Sonic Bomber and the other one from Victory, from Transformer Zone. John. Message John and tell him it's time, which you should know. It's now time for the thing. I probably thought I was going live later. And I know others will try to at least stop by. I finish getting out the comparisons to JohnJoker here. But yeah, we'll be talking about the Haslab Saber. Also be talking about things that I literally mentioned in last week's video. When I last did this Star Saber talk. When I last did talking about the Haslab Star Saber reveals picture. This is just finishing up this last comparison. Well, last comparisons, that way you can get some height. How big VictorySaber shall be when he's in VictorySaber form. But that's one comparison. Yeah, so we'll see what JohnJoker has to say when he eventually joins. Yeah, when he eventually joins. DM him on Instagram, tell him to join. Yeah, it's got time and everything. Well, he just said he'll be on in a bit, bro. Oh, at least send everyone, all the others, the link that's live. And just saw someone like the video, so it's always good. 2. Alright, he's dealing with some personal things right now. But he knows that it's time. That's time, but I'm just quickly posting the links. Well, where I can. But yeah, the backing has increased. Like it only did start last Friday, which would have been yesterday. So a week ago, starting yesterday, that the backing did start for the Haslab VictorySaber. I'm just telling him. Well, I'm just posting the link so other people will know. Oh. But yeah, so we'll be just talking about this figure. Well, yeah, this Haslab VictorySaber, which is already over like 5,000 backers. Last time I did check, a few days ago. Yeah, it's at 5,000. Wait, let me actually refresh it before it's now at 5,652 backers. on this Haslab VictorySaber project. And the backing doesn't end in 36 days. It's a $200 figure. Well, 180 in total. That's around. It's a little bit more higher than the Titan class price point. But at least there were new renders. It's showing up at that new con that they're going around right now. And well, the prototype at least. Once it reaches the 11,000 backers, then the project will get backed. And then once it reaches 14,000, you get like the blast effects, and then it'll be a star cannon. And the 17,000 backers, were there's speculation what that 1 and 2, 3 would be at 20,000 backers. So one of them could be Star Saber Shield that you did see him use in the Victory Show, or maybe his small blade. So that way, when using Super mode, he has a small blade, and when using the Star Saber mode, you see him now holding a bigger blade. So that could be one of the features, one of the tiers. Granted, the other tiers still haven't been revealed to us at this moment in time, but we'll eventually see them get either before this figure gets back, or. And then I also did see like a few renders of what the combined mode should look like. Granted, it's just gonna look VictorySaber's color from the show, which I did post that on Insta. Well, at least it posted on Instagram, sent it to a few people. The person who uploaded it. But yeah, I'll turn the cam on whenever Joker hits on. So whenever that will be. Because he's dealing with something personal, which is totally fine. Fine. Well, him and his wife are talking about something personal. And what you just saw was the gun for one of the figures. Granted, I did send down that pack, but it was a tight grip, and then now it's too loose. I have to, but it fits in fine. I'll talk about that when. So I'm just making sure I have room for all three of the figures. I probably won't transform any of them into their other form, into the alt modes for these figures. But I do have at least the other figures all set and ready to show once you will be joining. Like I brought out the Siege Hound, the Titans Return, well, the Titans Return later class figure, because the combined mode is supposedly VictorySaber's combined mode is going to be leader class scale, but not combiner scale, so that's one thing. And then I'm just quickly showing like a few figures. So you probably won't transform any of these into their alt modes, but just to at least show you in robot mode so you can like get a better sense of scale in person. Granted, we'll see it better once reviewers start getting this, but probably won't see that until it gets backed. Or there's obviously those certain reviewers who will get their figures early before anyone else. Or even before it gets announced, they'll have the figure reviewed on their YouTube channels. But I did bring out at least a couple different figures for comparison. But yeah, at least you'll get like a sense of scale. Whereas we won't know how big it is until it's in person. But this is just from the video I heard. I am driving, but wanted to stop by and say hello. Nice, Rebels. You heard good. JohnJoker is actually talking to his wife about something at their work, so he'll be here when he can make it. But I did watch a little bit of your stream earlier today, too. Well, it was like eating a few other things, doing a few other things. But yeah, at least you made it, so that's always good. But yeah, JohnJoker is dealing with a few personal things about his work. So. But I do have like a few, well, yeah, a few different figures for size, for scale, with this line of figures. Yeah, let's be talking about that. Haslab VictorySaber whenever John can join. As I already talked about this figure a week ago, on last Sunday. Now, it would have been a week ago tomorrow. Just rearranging these figures so there'll be like room for all of them like in the frame. So I bring it out. And which I might actually have another deluxe figure, which I can bring it out too. But yeah, it's fine. In Rebels, you at least made it to the stream. Yeah, VictorySaber isn't. The character Saber isn't interesting character from Japanese Transformers line. We haven't really, well, we haven't, people in the US don't really know about this character. Hey Wolf, trying to get in doesn't let me. You want me? I can post the link again. That's weird. It should let you join. Hey there, Roxanne. Here, John, let me repost the link again, because it could have been a glitch or something. No, not that. There, John, there's that link again. And Rebels is driving by, he just wants to stop by. John, try that link and let me know if it works. Oh, look, it works, John. Let me add you to that. Sure.
Hey,
There it works.
buddy. Yeah,
Hey.
that's weird because I tried the one on Instagram and it wouldn't show like the mic or the cam, and
Oh,
it says allow to come in, and it wouldn't even. I'm like, what the?
yeah.
That was weird. Yeah, sorry I'm late. Just things were happening at work,
You're
and
good.
I needed to know some information, so I was on with
Right.
my wife for a while. So, what's
Yeah.
going on, buddy? What are we gonna
Pretty
start
much
with?
just talking about the Haslab Saber while I was just kind of stalling until you joined.
Okay,
So
I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
you're good. You're good. I totally understand. Like things will come up before you have to, before
I
when you're
know.
doing something.
Sucked because I like, no,
Yeah.
come on, I gotta get.
Yeah. Right. You literally said, and then yeah, then it just said you're. But it's fine. I totally understand.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's why you're awesome.
Yes.
So, where are we at now with the backers? I haven't gone. I was gonna go to look for it, but since I'm
It's
on the phone right
you're
now,
good. Yeah. You're. I can tell you because I'm on the computer and then I can just swap to another screen and watch the chat at the same time. So let me just refresh it. But it's at least over 5,000, so hopefully it might be over 6,000 by sometime next week. So it's
how many?
the backing right now is 5,652 backers
How many
right
days?
now. There's 36 days. The backing only started last Friday. 1 week ago it started. So
So if we can get it. So that's almost close to 6,000. So we,
yeah.
yeah, it can make it by next
Yeah,
week.
I can. And then, granted, if you want more, the more people who back it, if it reaches like the 14,000, then that's when you get the sabers, the combined the V-Lock cannon, those two Jetfire
Yeah,
blast effects, and then
yeah,
those two other mystery tiers, which we don't know what they're about, what they are at this moment. But one could be a Star Saber shield because Star Saber would use a shield in the show, like
shield.
in one episode. And then also in the show, you would see Saber use a smaller sword for
Yeah,
robot mode, for Saber's mode, and then he would use a bigger sword for Star Saber mode.
Star Saber.
And
Yeah.
that could be also be one of the bonus tiers
Hmm.
itself. Hi, John.
We'll see.
Yes. Here. Yes. That's a point. That's a fact right there. Wolf is super nice.
Yes, you're right, Roxanne. I see it. You are right
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do because I mean, you don't have to convince me. When I saw that puppy, I was all like, oh, I'm gonna definitely. I mean, and then
Yeah.
I saw
That's
the
that. Yeah. I had to convince Lacius to do it, but he eventually got it. So.
well, I saw the price and I was like, wow, that's not bad at all. I mean, if
Yeah,
I
that's
paid
just like
400
what
something for
the mega
Galactus,
stream was like what 150 ish. So that's just
yeah,
$30 more. So
yeah,
you're kind of getting you're paying for a class price point too.
yeah. Well, even at that, we don't even know what the. I mean, we don't even know what the tiers are. So once we find out what the
Right.
tiers are,
Yeah, like I
it's
was
gonna be
saying,
well.
one could be the shield because you did see him use that shield, and then or
Hmm.
like maybe a smaller sword for the saber mode, or if one of them could actually be a flight stand, so you can display the command mode jet like it's actually flying.
Wow, I don't know
That can
about a
be
flight stand. I would like
yeah,
something a little more worth the 180.
yeah,
Because
worth the price point.
yeah, because it's still a little pricey. I
Yeah,
mean, like I said, I don't think it's so bad because I mean, like I said, I paid for a Galactus. That's 400 something, and
yes.
for the
So
Galactus to come with so many heads, and
right.
then the Nova, the Silver Surfer, and the Morg, that's worth the 400. But with this
Yeah.
guy, I agree that they should bring the shield out, like you said. It should be the
Right.
shield and the little sword for tier two.
Yeah.
And then the last time we spoke, we talked about maybe like the combiner with the human.
Yeah, because he did use there was a human in the show, Jan, which I
Hmm.
believe what they called him, and then like in some episodes you did see him in a mech suit, and then he did actually create that one robot you do see him using the show
Yeah, and I
for a
think
few
that would
episodes.
be
Yeah.
that should be tier three.
Yeah, that should be tier three because Jan in the show he always looked up to Saber because Saber was like his father figure.
Yeah, so that has to be the one. to be
Yeah,
tier
that has
3.
to be at least tier 3, or at least something in it, or just Jan by himself with Saber included. Jan by himself at least,
You think
because
so?
now
You
that would
don't think
just
they should add the? Well, no. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, you're right. Jan, I
at
think.
least tier 1 would be nice. So,
So what I'm
but yeah,
gonna do is once it hits, once it gets closer to tier 2, I'm gonna back it for the first one,
yeah,
and then once it gets to tier 3, then I'm gonna back for the second one because I want to make sure that we get
it gets
those
back.
tiers.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I want to make sure that because what if like we're so close to the deadline for tier 3 and we don't get it because one person left doesn't back it, which
right.
I
But
know it'll never happen,
yeah,
but I wouldn't mind being the last person to actually back it and be like, yes, we saved this figure for tier
right.
3, you know?
Or here's the thing with Unicron, they actually did extend the backing days, like a few more days when it was close to ending. Like the last day, they extended the backing for Unicron, so they could possibly extend the backing for this basic for the Star Saber project.
Yeah.
That, or especially like they were saying they were trying probably like expand to more countries. If they expand to the Japanese side over there, we're gonna that the character appear in the Japanese G1 the G1 continuation over there on the Japanese side. So that
Hmm.
if they back over there, because they would have a lot more connection to the character instead of the US. So that would
Yeah.
definitely finish backing it.
Yeah. Well, the places where that probably help with the backing is UK and
Yeah,
Japan, like you're saying,
yeah, yeah.
because
They
UK
even
got
opened
it.
up to Canada too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yes. And then also Alfred Adam is here. Then he also said salutations to you.
Hello, Offworld. How you doing? Greetings and salutations.
Yep. Well, he usually just says greetings to me when he stops by the gaming streams. So, but yeah, he just mostly says that.
I don't know. Was it like? I think it was about 12 years ago, 13 years ago that I ended up seeing a few, like maybe one or two episodes of Transformers Victory.
Yeah, and then that's
A-
when I eventually sent you the show so you can watch the full show in the
And
English dub.
I digged it, and that's why when I saw that when I saw that they were doing Victory Saber, I'm like, is that? I'm like, and
Yeah.
it didn't hit me right away, Wolf, because I was thinking like I don't remember him in G1, and then I was like, wait a minute, no, he was
He was in G1 because he's in the
yeah,
G1 continuity. Like with Power Master Prime, he was in G1, but he's in the G1 continuity. Same with Diana,
yeah,
a bunch of those bears. Like the
yeah, because I
Mega
couldn't
Masters,
think.
Point Blank.
Yeah, it was after what was the other one? It wasn't the Headmasters. It was
It was
Headma.
yeah, it was the ending of season 1 of G1 because how they had like 4 episodes, 3 episodes for the the G1, and then it continued to the Headmasters, and then it was Super God Master
Super
Force,
God, there you go, there you go,
and
Master.
then that's where we saw Power Master Prime again as the leader.
Yeah,
Well, Power Master Prime, and then it was Transformers Victory, and then after
Victor.
Victory, it was sad, but it was Transformers Zone, which that the way how they did it, the Zone toy line, it didn't get enough people to buy it, so they only had
Yeah,
1 episode of Zone, so that was the ending of the Japanese content. So there's that.
but you think the Japanese would want to buy it if it transitions over there? Because you know how it's made by Hasbro, and
Yeah,
normally Japanese would always do the Transformers. It was Takara that would do
yeah,
the
Takara Tomy, but Takara has been they have been working with Hasbro on a few figures, so
on a few of them. So you
yeah,
think they'll
like the
do?
Studio Series, I believe they've worked with them, so
Well, that would suck if they get a Takara Tomy over there and we don't get that. And we just get a Hasbro one. I would be like, no, give me the
yeah,
Takara Tomy.
yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean, I'm digging it. I think it looks so cool.
Yeah, it does.
Um,
Especially like with all those renders we just saw, the new renders of it too.
yeah,
And
yeah.
they
I
were
just
actually showing that off at like the con for like a few days. They will be going to other cons. So people will actually be able to see it in person, and then that might convince more people to back it if they haven't. So that's
Yeah,
gonna
when
be
you showed me
interesting.
the concept of color, oh, I was
Yeah,
just
the
like,
color schemes. Yeah, that's kind of how. That's gonna really kind of how it looks like, because that was the only color scheme in the show when we saw the Victory Saber.
mm-hmm. And I
Yeah,
remembered it in the cartoon how the color scheme,
yeah,
and I was trying to imagine it in the figure, but then when
and
you,
just yeah. Then
yeah,
when they see the pictures for robot and then the alt mode, then yeah, that helped you with
heck
that.
yeah,
Which I can actually see if I can bring those up on the screen and like show the Haslab the backing again.
go for it. That'll
Because
be
yeah,
cool.
so that way and like show what it will look like from the pictures. So just share this. And they'll still be able to hear us, so that's fine because it will just be on this side of the screen once it loads. There. So now because it already has that backing page on my other screen. Like there's the combine mode right there. The
Mm-hmm.
very first picture. But granted, a lot of people do hate like hollow gaps, as you see right there in the cannons. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But well, granted, it's if you look in robot mode, it's the reset you don't really see all that hollow gap. So
No,
it's
well, and
probably gonna
then
be in the individual modes from what
that's
it looks like.
prototype.
Yeah, these are prototypes, but like there's the gap right there behind the hands, but granted it's gonna have to transform and everything. So
Yeah.
and like the hollowness under these cannons right there, you see. So, but it does like have the 5mm port pegs, so it looks, and then the weapons, well, those will be last effect compatible. So if you already have like Jetfire's last effects, you can just peg them on there or someone else's last effects to give it like
Yeah.
a shooting, like the smaller ones from the Siege Omega, you can put in there too, because it's a blast effect compatible part. So there's that. But granted, you'll need the V-Log cannon if you want to have the full Victory Saber combined. But you can see all that detail. That was all in the show too.
Mm-hmm.
The joints right there, those are probably going to be ratcheted, like little vents right there for combine mode. To granted, in the show, these would be flipped around for Saber jet mode, so you don't see them. And then when it was Saber's mode, when he transformed into the chest, then you would see those. Granted, they couldn't do that, but at least it looks like the actual vents in the show. The
Yeah.
details right there, that's where the Autobot symbol will go. So that's probably going to be either molded in or a telegraph sticker on it.
Yeah. It will. It's not a finish. It's not a finished print,
Yeah,
so
these are
it'll.
just prototypes right there.
Yep.
The digital renders, yeah, the final product may vary, but we at least know how it's going to look, especially from the prototypes that we saw from the Haslab stream, the
Yeah.
Hasbro stream when they were talking about it. But also, if you can't tell, these hands are actually reused. They're from the Siege Jetfire hands, too. The
Uh,
Siege Commander class, because like the Commander class Jetfire, that had a really nice gimmick. So with the hands closed, how if you've seen the pictures, like especially this one, how it has the peg right there.
mm-hmm.
So when the hands were closed, there would be a peg, but when you opened up the hands, they would have a hinge where you can open up the hands. The peg would hide inside the hand. So when the hands were open, you don't see a peg. When it's closed, you see the peg hole.
Cool. Gotcha.
Yeah. But obviously, you can tell it's a prototype right now because like there's Victory Leo's hands right behind him if you look right there, or it could be Saber's hands. So, but no, Saber forms the chest. So that's Victory. Yeah, so the hands just stick right there for Victory Leo's. And granted, he does form the backpack of the Star Saber and then the feet,
Yeah.
flying feet too. And then speaking of Victory Leo, there he is
There he is. Yep.
in robot mode. Granted, you can see like little clips right there, but that's how he transforms. The miniguns right there, they're stationary because that's how it was in the show. You didn't see him move. So that's a nice
Mm-hmm.
little feature. The barrels right there, chest detail, the heads detail too, and the horns right there, the two cannons. So if you want, you can peg them right there on the arms. You can have them holding them or have them on top of the shoulder if you want. The clap swing, the detail, everything is there.
Damn,
And they did.
it's nice.
Yeah, and then like if you've seen in Commander, they were experimenting with new joints. So like I believe the Saber mode or the Star Saber mode. Well, granted, this is just Star Saber mode just with the big three of those parts. But
Mm-hmm.
they like have a butterfly joint. So if you want, you can put both hands in front, so that way it looks like he's actually holding the sword with one hand. like he did in the show many episodes too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be one nice feature. But there's another picture of combined mode too. And here's the combined mode jet.
Yeah.
Like you can see the Brainmaster Courage will actually fit inside the cockpit, so that's a nice little feature. There's the combined mode helmet right there. Granted, it's just glass, but that's how it was in the show.
Yeah, it was like that.
Wings,
Yeah.
yeah, the little cannons, but also in the show in some episodes, which it looks like the figure might not be able to do it. This part right here would lift up, and then that would reveal missiles. Sometimes you would use that in the show. So, but it's fine if it doesn't do that. But you can see like there's screws, everything. There's the lion head right there from Victory
Mm-hmm.
Leo, the extended wings right there. There's all that, and then here's like another picture from Saber, from VictorySaber from the side of it. Just another side angle shot.
Yeah.
But you don't see a lot of gaps. Granted, there's these few, but granted, this is just renderings right now. There's
Well,
the
who knows? They
Brainmaster.
might be the extras from maybe the tiers. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways,
And
continue.
yes. And then speaking of which, here's the Brainmaster of Courage. Which, if you're thinking, it's these. So in Victory, they changed it up. There wasn't headmasters anymore, or like how they
Mm-hmm.
did it from Master Force. These are little. They look like they're combined mode. Like how this one. This is a small robot. Is how you can see how it looks like Star Saber. Star Saber with granted. Sometimes you would just see Saber's head on the Star Saber mode when he wasn't fully
Mm-hmm.
transformed in multiple episodes. But so that way, like Saber's mode was so that way he could be like smaller compared to the rest of the Autobots because how they were smaller than him. But combined mode, because combined mode, he's in Star Saber mode, he's the height of a combiner in the show.
Yeah.
So, which granted, he's probably not going to be like that in the figure form. But I do have like a combiner that's somewhat close to that height. But I'll show that in a second once I turn the camera on. But so you can at least see like you can see the details. Granted, it's going to look like the Saber mode fully combined. Granted, the legs will only be able to move up, so it's not going to have any real posability. But these on the show, the chest would open up, and then you put these in, and then these will form the figure's face. And the way how they made the Saber figure, the head will actually be able to rotate. So that's going to be a really nice feature. And speaking of Saber, there's the actual Saber figure. So he will be coming with this classic gun, which we had in the show. There's the head sculpt right there. There's that molded in Autobot symbol right there on the chest.
Yeah.
You can see all the detail. There's the cockpit, which that would also be used for the combined mode sword. Well, that would just be for like the handle. But there's this port right here. So with the port that from the G1 toy, the sword would peg in right there. But in the show, this part would split, and then the sword could sit inside the cockpit, like how you see in some of the show scenes. So hopefully they'll be able to figure that out, which I believe they did say they could do that. You can see like some of the joints right there too. Granted, there's a few hollow parts right there, but that's only in robot mode. But I don't know anyone who's going to display Saber in his robot mode. They're probably going to display him in Star Saber mode or VictorySaber or in the jet mode. So yeah, you can see like all this detail right there. The joints on the legs, the molding too. Granted, these are just renders. So, but once we see him in person, it's gonna look like this. Just a lot better in colors too.
Oh
And
yeah.
here's the combined jet mode. So you see the cockpit just clips on right there. There's the wings. This is the individual Saber mode. And like,
Mm-hmm.
so if you want, the Brainmaster Courage can actually sit in the cockpit like you do see in the show itself. So there's that. You can see there's little ports right there, or it could be screw holes, but we can't really tell right now.
Not yet.
And then like here's the Star Saber mode. So you can see if you pose it right, you can give it the effect that he's holding the blade with both hands instead of one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the Saber mode again.
That's
Ranzer
cool.
would just have the feet in the backpack from Victory Leo. But so yeah, you can see if you want how it looks like a butterfly joint right there, so he can hold the sword, look like he's holding the sword with one hand instead of both. And then here is the underside of the combined mode jet, well, underside of the Saber jet. Like you can see a landing gear right there, there'll probably hopefully be rolling wheels, but a lot of Hasbro figures recently don't have rolling wheels, so we'll find out when this gets revealed. Well, in person. And like you can see even like these little bits right there that will come down so that way Saber could detach, and that will sit right there on the side of the chest for my mode. It's got like a little locking mechanism. And here's another picture of the Saber Jet, the Star Saber Jet mode, the V Star, right there. So you can see all the detail, the cannons. Right there, the gun will be able to store on the side right there. You can see that on the port, but also in the show, like these bits right here on both sides would be able to open up, and that's where the swords will be. So I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that on the figure itself, but we'll see when this gets in. Well, fully made. And here's Victory Leo's Lion mode. Like you can see, there's the cannons right there on the back.
That's the one I like.
Yeah, but it's a lot. It's so accurate. Like there's the collapsed wings, there's the head. So yes, the mouth will be able to have low articulation too.
Yeah.
There's like the side of the details. You can see that holding in. But here's the one thing: you can see the robot mode's hands right there, just folded away. Granted, if you want, you could just like rotate the hand so that way the back of the hand is covering that, so you don't see that port.
Yeah.
Right there, or the front hand, but the back of the hands would look a lot better right there. And then like there's so you can see the feet right there, and then there's the back feet with the gap, but that's granted how due to how it will transform, so they couldn't really figure that out unless it came from the back, and then that wouldn't you wouldn't see this gap. But it's fine. It's just, and then there's like a few hollow bits right there. But you don't see that when it's in robot mode or Star Saber mode. That's actually been all 12 pictures of these characters. And I just refreshed, and you see, it just got a few more backers while doing the stream.
Yeah, that's good. See, so I mean, it's I mean, it's almost halfway there.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much, I think it is at the halfway mark of 11,000. Now,
yeah,
with I don't know if they did it with the Unicron. I know they do it with the Sentinel, but do you remember the Unicron? They did the tiers before the 8,000 backers, or
I think they did it after. I'm not, because that way I'm not. That's a good question.
Because I remember the Sentinel, they would give you some extras if you were to reach the tiers before.
Yeah.
The backing of it, but it seemed like they did it differently with these upcoming ones. Do you kind of agree to that? I mean, do you think that doing the tiers after it's been backed up was is a good thing, or you kind of think like they should have done the tiers before?
Probably like the tiers before. So
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't reach those goals, then you don't get those parts. So that's the thing.
Yeah, because we all know they do the tiers to see if they can get more money out of it.
More backers.
Yeah.
Yeah, more.
Which I understand that,
yeah.
But we're already paying a figure so much. I mean, why can't they just
for 200? They can't include these small parts with this figure.
At least one tier.
At least the V-Star the V-Lock cannon, because with every Victory Leo toy, the cannons came with that figure, and people are mad that it doesn't come with it. So
because of course it might be a tier, you know.
It's already a tier. That's the first tier. We don't know what the other tiers are at that moment.
But the first tier is already coming with it, isn't it?
No, that's 11. That's 14,000 backers.
Is it? I don't remember.
We'll find out in a second. Either way, so because I'll be able to show the tiers. But the 2 and 3 unlocked, and then here's a little read. If you want, you could read about the figure itself, right there. You can just pause and read at your own time. And here's the description of what everything is. So like the Brainmatcher will be about 1 inch. The Saber will be about 1 inch. The V-Star Jet will be about 8.5 inches. The Victory Leo will be 7.5 inches. The Sword of Justice accessory. And then it will include 3 figures. The jet, the robot, the accessory, and instructions with it. And then the age is 15, age 15 and up for this Haslab figure. And then, like, there's the video, which I'll show in a second, of this. But, like, how, yeah, we need 11,000 tiers, plus the team has planned three epic tiers to unlock. So there's a little bit more reading right there. Here's, like, some rough sketches of it, so you can at least see, like, a bunch of the detail. Like, there's the V-Lock cannon, so it's literally almost as big as the VictorySaber. And you find them. And, like, there's the Victory, that's the Victory Leo parts right there on the back. Right there, and then there's the combined mode feet for Victory Leo.
Hey, yeah, Mark,
here's
how you doing?
Tier 1.
It's Blue Harvest that's on the chat.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. I have actually the chat open on another device because with how you see, I can't even see the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the tier 1. That's right, 14,000.
Yeah, that's the tier 1 where you get those 2 blast specs, which they're just reuse of the the Jetfire's blast specs, but there's the cannon that will be coming with it if it reaches those tiers. So, and he's known to have that cannon. So,
see, that should have already came with it. I don't know. It just
That's good. You're doing blue. That's good. You're doing. That's good. You're doing blue. That's good, Blue.
Doing good, my friend. Awesome, Blue. Yes. Or Mark. Right. I'm glad you're doing
well. And then here's Sleeping Collectibles.
Hey, Sleeping. How you doing?
Yes, to show Mark something. Had an awesome stream tonight. Nice. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of that when I could.
Yeah, you did. You had a great stream. It was nice.
And then there's the tier 2, which is at 17,000 backers.
3,000 more. It's every 3,000.
Yeah. That's what she said. And then here is
20,000.
20,000 for the final tier, which these tiers should have been revealed when it was backed. So we at least know what we're getting with it. But it's
now you see why I'm waiting on wanting to back it, because I think 20,000 for tier 3 is a little too much.
Yeah, 20,000 for at least tier 3. Yeah, they could have removed that a little bit, lowered it a little bit.
I mean, even for tier 1, I think it's a little too much. 14,000.
Yeah, 14,000. The maximum, it's 11,000 to back. So
just for the gun and the blasters, like, nah.
Yeah, the gun, those blast effects, and then this could like be the shield or the smaller sword, and then or that like Jan figure. So, the thing. And then there's some more pictures right here. A little bit more reading for that. Just pause and read at your own time, but it's that way you can at least see. There's that. And like there's the Brainmaster right there. There's the individual Saber in robot mode. Saber, there's the V-Star Jet mode, and then there's Victory Leo. And there's a little bit more reading. Like there was a little thing that was talking about episode 30 from the show.
Yeah.
Yes, when they did actually like combine. Like the first time, I believe it was in episode 30, or was it 28? And with all the display, with all the play and pulls abilities, this is a one-of-a-kind addition to your Transformers collection.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the VictorySaber and robot and jet mode. And then there's the heroic features too. And then there's a little bit more to read up of them. Yeah, see, they're going to be innovation and new articulation. That has never been done before. Or the Saber. Yeah, featuring a butterfly joint, and the Victory Leo has added articulation, giving them both higher possibility for a variety of display options. The greatest swordsman is in the universe also comes with the mighty sword of justice. So yes, he'll obviously be coming with this combined with this sword. And then there's another Saber pose with the sword, and there's Victory Leo again. In his robot mode, so you can at least see the pictures. And then that's it for the page. But there was that quick little video which they did show, and I'll pull up like the Hasbro Pulse one where you can actually see the prototype.
Yeah.
It's a quick video.
Really cool.
So Just go full screen really quickly. And then you can see like there's the transformation. So at least they did show you that transformation, which you did see many times throughout the show. Like literally every episode you saw this.
Yep.
And then there's the brain of courage, Brain Master. And there's Saber's transformation. But at least they did show you the video, well, of when it transforms, how it transforms, then like the gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the shield does sit a little bit more high up, lower in the show. It looks like on the figure, it looks like it sits more higher up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And speaking of which, there's Autobot Saber. And then, well, there's the Sword of Justice.
Sword of Justice. Yep.
So yeah, you can see that's a big sword just compared to Saber. That's when it's fully attached. Which they would sometimes use their guns as beams for some reason. Which I wasn't sure why, but okay. Yeah, see, that's just a big sword.
Japanese.
Yeah, I know. Even like the road user bots use that too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all three at once. But, yeah. And then there's the Autobot Star Saber version. And then there's the Victory Leo from that one
Victor
episode.
Leo. Yeah.
Yep. So this is those are gonna help to be the figure looking color. Right there from the scenes from the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine all that detail in these figures in person too. That's gonna be fantastic. Too. And then here's the episode where they combine. Well, one of the episodes where they combine. And there's Victory Leo's jet mode, just individual jet mode. Then there's when he combines with Saber. Star Saber to form VictorySaber.
There it is.
Yep. And there's the combined jet mode. And those are the digital renders right now. Then
And
continue to create the Supreme Commander of the Autobots, leader of the Galactic Defense Force, VictorySaber. And then there's the final picture. So you have until August 10th.
10th, October 10th, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you think about it, we're getting all that for 180 plus whatever tiers. So,
right.
I mean,
and you know how the box looks like, how you've seen like their Unicorn box, the Sentinel has boxes are unique. They're different.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's well worth it for the price, 180. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Here, I'll even bring up that video where they showed like how the prototype in person too from Hasbro Pulse, which the Hasbro Pulse has been like uploading episodes for the G1 series.
G1 series, yeah.
And then like they did G.I. Joe.
Look, Ultimate Wolf's review is on.
Yes, I know. But yeah, so yeah, like they did. I know they did the G.I. Joe too. They uploaded G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they've been uploading a lot of the episodes for the G1. They should do the VictorySaber episode from the show.
They should. I mean, it's only 32 episodes. Why not? You know.
Yeah, that would just take time.
I mean, it was a hell of a show. I thought it was an awesome show, and I mean, it just sucks that it was only
music with it too.
Yeah, and then it was crazy because, like they said, you finally get to see it all together by episode 30, and then it just like already ends, and it's like, what?
Yeah, well, granted, if you watch the first episode of Zone, you actually do see VictorySaber in combine mode for like a few seconds, where he makes Guy Atlas the new leader of the new Supreme Commander, because Saber wasn't, and then that's when Jinrai did die, and then Saber became the leader of the Autobots. So
yeah,
well, then he became Victory Leo, but that's how it works in the show.
I know, but still, it sucks.
Yeah. And they were talking about it. They were doing also live chat, so you can see their names right there, what they do for Hasbro Pulse. And like they do show the pictures that we just saw, the scenes that we just saw. Yeah, but they actually do have the prototype in hand.
Yeah.
And it's going to be mistransformed because they don't want to break the figure. And the prototype image on the prototype on the live stream. And like they just showed this, then there's the Rainmaster of Courage. Which the Rainmaster of Courage is smaller than the actual Time Master figure.
Hmm.
They did show it. They bring it out like Mind Wipes Time Master.
Yeah.
Which I do actually have a Time Master with me too, so you can at least get like a sense of scale. How big they'll be.
That's cool.
Yeah. And like there's the combine mode right there, and they're just showing the renders of it. And like there's the one scene where you see him using his sword again. That looks killer. I'm not a fan with Transformers, but I like this one. It's the one legendary Supreme Commander, Star Saber. Sleeping, so.
He shoots from his sword too.
Yeah, I know.
Like we
You
were
see,
saying,
like
right?
the Road Caesar bots do that too.
Yeah,
In a
just
few episodes, and then they combined too.
not a gun, it's a sword and it shoots.
I know,
That's
right?
some that's the only uh probably the only sword you would want in real life that if it could shoot.
I know, or the Road Caesar sword, because the team for Road Caesar, the three bots, their swords could do that when they were all pointing together, like you did see in that show, in the show.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
there's two swords that can do it.
Yeah. That's true.
But then hopefully we do get a Dev Zenris from the Hasbro Pulse, or from Hasbro from mainline. Because that's Star Saber's Nemesis. So we're definitely gonna need his Nemesis.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna do that as a backer too. You know,
Yeah,
later that probably next year we'll see that.
yeah.
I
Well,
think
they're doing
that'll
that Rancer from the Star Wars, so
yeah, the ranker's next, but that's in the
yeah,
fall. But I'm thinking next year is when we'll
yeah,
see the nemesis. You know.
yes,
Um. So I could see them doing Saber now, and
yeah,
then next year, depending on. I think they want to see how Victory Saber does.
yeah.
Um. In backing, I think if it hits, I have a feeling this one's gonna hit about 25,000.
Oh yeah,
For sure. Or it could be a little
right.
more, but I'm estimating 25,000 at least.
Yeah, just somewhere around there.
Yeah, because I mean, for Galactus to hit 30,000, that's like
Yeah,
wow.
like in the last day, they just hit that all of a sudden.
Well,
So
they
yeah,
ended up getting like 2,000 backers in just 1 minute. It was
like I was
crazy.
talking about to someone that like Matt Striker, he was saying like those people who like Galactus should at least help us with the Victory Saber project.
Yeah.
They
Well,
should.
shoot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna do it.
And speaking of the Time Master, there he is with the Time Master.
Yeah.
So that's an
That it's
inch compared to the Brain Master.
yeah, it's 1 inch. I mean
Yeah.
that's good enough. I mean,
And then there's the right there. So it looks like up to his waist
yeah.
for the Time Master. Granted, the way I was holding it, but you can. So it looks like maybe up to his waist. Granted, the Time Master's form ahead, so won't transform into a head, but he has the shield, the face, Star Saber's face on the back. So yeah, definitely you don't want to lose the Brain Master first, and Saber
No.
wouldn't have a head.
Yeah.
But granted, if you do, you could just leave it in the Star Saber or the Jet mode too, or Victory Saber. You want. But like, there's that, and then like he does bring out the Saber Project, and then show like the gimmick. Granted, it's not fully transformed, so
No. Yeah.
well, you can kind of tell by the lay panels. Just opened it right there. Which yeah, after I show the video, I'll turn on the camera because I have like a few different size comparisons, so you can like get a sense of how big it'll probably be.
Cool.
They did actually show off Siege Hound, which Grant's another guy's gonna hold it in a second, but they're showing like the Brainmaster feature. See, that would just sit up in there, and then that would just, you just close up the head, and there's Darksaber's face. There's Saber's face.
Yeah, I was gonna say Saber.
Yeah.
Autobot Saber.
Yes.
That I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, and then there's it with the deluxe. Granted, it looks like Saber's not fully transformed, so. But that's supposedly around 5 inches when fully transformed in his robot mode. And now he is transforming him into Star Saber mode, but he's just stalling with the pictures because it's the prototype. He doesn't want to go fast and actually break the prototype on live stream. So he's just stalling while he transforms him. And there's a Star Saber prototype.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so you can see that's just the prototype right now at the moment. And like the joints right there. So you can see a few of the joints. Like you can especially now see the peg holes on the hand right there. If you look.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Like, see, there's the butterfly joints right there. So that's going to be a nice feature. Like how you can have him holding the sword with one hand. Back and forth from what it looks like, too, for the butterfly joint. That's going to be really nice for a lot of poses, too. And then he does actually bring out Victory Leo. And there's the sword, too.
Yeah.
And he's like talking about how it can be in both positions. And speaking of which, of Victory Leo, there is with the Siege Hound. Let me rewind it a second because I fast forward through that a little too fast. But then
right there's fine.
Yeah, I realized I fast forward through it a little fast. But you can at least see how a Siege Hound, which Victory Leo is 7.5 inches. So then the V-Star is only 8.5 inches. Combined with Saber, so. But Saber just forms the chest and then the head.
Mm-hmm.
Which the head is actually a separate piece, too, for the V-Star. As you saw. As I'm mostly skipping through it. But yeah, that's Victory Leo. Or from Super God Master Force, Power Master Prime, or God Optimus Prime, God Jinrai. Because that was his name that was combined. And then there's Star Saber with Victory Leo. But so you can see that detail. The cannons can go up over the shoulder if you want to have that effect. Or they can, well, you remove them, you can have them on the side of the hands like you saw in those pictures. Or an option, you could hold it in his hand, which grants it to this fit, but it's this prototype at the moment. And then he puts it back. So if you want, you have a bunch of displayability right there with the Victory Leo. So the cannons just stay there, so they won't be able to move, but that's how they were in the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the combined jet mode. And as you see right there, and then they just show that one off, and they're just showing like a few more pictures of it. And then there he is with the V-Lock cannon, the tier 1. So the V-Lock cannon can actually clip onto one of the miniguns on the side if you want to have it stored there. But so you can see the V-Lock cannon is big compared to him.
Yeah, that's what
especially when you just saw Hound right next to it here, because they're showing the prototype, which that should at least been included with the figure. So.
Yeah, I agree. Or at least by 12,000, then.
Yeah, at least 12,000. You just need 1,000 more. Boom, you get it. So you can see it's literally bigger than Victory Leo, and then there's the
almost,
yeah, almost bigger than Victory Leo.
Dang.
And then there's on the side again.
Well, that it should be. I mean, it has to be because if we're gonna combine them to make VictorySaber, Victory's gonna be, jeez.
Yeah, VictorySaber. Well, look from the combined mode. Well, from it looks like it's gonna be what 9.5 inches
9 point, yeah, something like that.
or like that, and then yeah, that will scale with your Diatlas, which there was like one from like a few years ago from the Diatlas. So or if you have the Times Return Overlord figure, that would also look good with that too in combined mode. But granted, you didn't really see VictorySaber fighting Overlord because he was in Super God Master Force, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but there's that. Now I'll quickly swap over to the other Ultimate screen and just stop sharing the screen for a second so I can actually turn on the cam because I actually do have a bunch of these figures that I
Cool.
mentioned right in front of me actually too. Like they're all standing right here, like a Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, the Siege Leader, I should say, and then the original Leader, and then a Combiner that's small enough with them, as you can see right there. All the way right there. If you can see all of them. And then there's the Brainmaster, well, a Headmaster right there.
If you want, Wolf, you can enlarge yourself. I mean,
it looks good because you can actually see all the 5 figures in frame.
well, you don't want to enlarge yourself. Make yourself one screen
for a sec. It's good because I can at least show the figures off. But like here's the Siege Hound, like you did see from the video, compared to a little bit more Voyager-ish scale, right there. And then there he is with the later Ultra Magnus, so you can like get some sense of scale. And then there's the Sky Shadow figure, which you did see Sky Shadow appear in the one episode when they were on that one planet in the one show where you see them facing off. Well, where you see Great Shot facing them off, which if you know in Transformers Victory in G1 there was a Decepticon called Six Shot, and then he eventually faked his death, and then he became Autobot Great Shot, which you do see Great Shot appear in the show. Which that was only like in the 5-pack exclusive on like the Sigs or Velocitron or something for a Great Shot figure. So we could probably get a new Great Shot figure, I'm not sure. And then there's a Combiner Power, the Bruticus from the Fall Cybertron line. Because this would probably how big VictorySaber will be in combined mode. As you can see, it's a lot bigger than the Sky Shadow right there compared to him. So that's probably could be how VictorySaber would be. Granted, it looks like Bruticus is leaning a little bit to one side, but he's going to be around this big once you fully combine him up into his VictorySaber mode. So you can at least get like a sense of scale how big he will be when he's fully merged into VictorySaber mode. Or he could be up to the height of the cockpit for on Sky Shadow's backpack, which Sky Shadow is the mold for Overlord figure, well before Overlord was ever released. But so you can at least get some sense of scale, and then there's like the Time Master right in front of them, too. So, because like that's gonna be Inch Brainmaster.
Yeah. Wow.
So you can see that's just the Time Master right there. And so he did form the head for a figure, but yeah, because these form the head, but that one just forms the base. So yeah, they're small enough too. But so you can like get like a little sense of scale with them. See, and this is actually the Siege Netflix spoiler pack Ultra Magnus, not the normal Siege figure. No, it's not a normal Siege figure, just with the field bonus accessories, and the paint app is different. See more battle damage, how they look like in the show from the spoiler pack. But so you can like there's this little sense of scale if you want to see how like big they are, because like there's the Siege Hound, which they showed in that video. I showed, and then like there was the Brainmaster right around there. Well, the Headmaster, the Primus Master, the Headmaster is from one of them. And then there's like the Leader Class Sky Shadow figure that looks like in the show. Well, how he looked like in the show. For that one episode, you see him in the show. Where it was like a mercenary with a few other ones. But as you can see, that's kind of how big he'll probably be. Well, Victory Leo could be like the Magnus size around the leader class right here. And then like the Saber could be smaller because Victory Leo is 7.5 inches. And then the V-Star is 8.5 inches and the Saber is 5 inches. So, or you could be at least to the Voyager because granted it was mistransformed. So, you could be around up to the Impactor right here. To the Autobot version of Impactor. That or he could be Sky Shadows. Well, he probably won't be Sky Shadows high for combined mode. For the normal mode. But so you can like get there's like at least a sense of scale. If you so you can like kind of get a sense how big it'll be. So if you want, you can like there's a little sense of scale. If that helps you.
Yeah, it does. That's cool.
Yeah.
So
you can, like,
that's it. How big do you think Jane will be if they were to make that as the tier 3 or 2?
Jen, that would be a human. I actually do have a human from another line. I can actually get that right now. Granted, it would be small enough, but here, let me go. Pull her down, because there was a pack that Studio Series Bumblebee from like number 15, I believe it was, that came with a Charlie Watson figure. Actually, it's a little statue one, but there, that should kind of be how Jen is.
Yeah.
Here, I can. This should be able to help. So that means you can like, there she is right next to Magnus, right there for a sec. So you can see there she is compared to like Magnus right there in the front, right next to her. Or here I can bring the Headmaster closer to her if he doesn't fall over. Which he was right next to the table. But here is the Time Master right next to her. So you can like get a sense of scale. How big he is compared to. So Jen could be somewhere around her height or smaller than that compared to a Titan, compared to a Transformer. Right there. So maybe somewhere around that height, you never know.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Well, granted, it's going to be small human compared to a Transformer robot scale.
Maybe it'll fit in the cockpit. So
yeah, maybe.
That'll be a good idea, right?
Yeah. Because sometimes, like in the show, you did see him piloting the V-Star when Saber wasn't combined in it. So, a few episodes using the cannons. That, or it will be compatible with that drone, because in the one episode, he did actually make a drone. So, Jen could use that drone he made. Or it could be appearing in that mech suit. So, we'll see if Jen could be one of the bonus tiers.
I hope with the mech suit. I mean,
hopefully in that mech suit. And then that they could include that robot he did build from the show. Which I'd probably actually see if I could pull up a picture of the mech suit / the Jan in robot mode. Which I can probably see. If I can at least find like a picture of it. The keyboard's all the way in front of me now. I'll see if I can find a picture of the mech suit. Alright, at least find a picture of him in the mech suit. Well, in his mech suit that they did build from that one episode in Victory. Oh, swabble camera quickly as the table and swallow. So there is in the mech suit compared to Star Saber's head once the picture loads. There. That's him in the mech suit compared to Star Saber's head. I should at least give you out of scale. But there isn't that mech suit when he was in space. When that's when he mostly used that. That was his space suit. As you see from the show, there's another picture from it. So so you can get like a sense of scale.
Maybe they should do two, one with the mech suit and then the other one without.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. I'll see if I can pull up one of his robot that he built in the show. It looks like there. That's a granted this is artwork, but so you can like kind of get how big he is compared to VictorySaber, to
Yeah.
StarSaber, and there. So I'll see if I can pull up one of his mech suit. That's in Japsaurus too. Yeah, we'll see if we get a Japsaurus from Hasbro. From Hasbro. Yeah, it was like Limited 2. What's the name of the mech suit? Yeah, it's the girl. That was a different name in the show. Or the English sub version of the show. Well, if they have a robot version of the Mac. See what chance. Actually, if not, I can just go to that one episode where he actually built the Mac and then use it, show it there. If I don't find any from the Mac, go to VictorySaber. See from nope, but there's the mole. It was. I'll just have to go to that show and see if I can actually find it. Victory from the Mac. That one episode. I just gotta find that one episode the Mac was actually used in. Which I know that was like near the ending, and we did see it for a quick second for the Mac. But that's when he did use the mold Mac in the one episode. It was more later in the season. Because you did see him building this Mac in the show. Well, granted, with help from the Autobots. Because he did use the Mac in one episode. Seeing if I can find it. I believe it was like this episode. Because they used space bugs to help. And then Jen was the reason how they stopped it. The bugs. One episode. Or it's like not this episode. Right, but that's what it was episode 30 like it was talking about. So I believe this was the episode they actually used that mech in. Yeah, this was one of the episodes they used the mech in because this was when the space bugs were attacking, and then the giant robot was the only one who could stop it. Who could save the Autobots in the episode. Well, basically none of them could stop him. Until they brought his mech suit in there. See. There, that's the mech suit right there. You just saw it for a quick second. There, that's the mech suit that Jen did build in the one episode that could actually transform and roll on its wheels. Which the space bugs could not destroy that. But there's but those barrels, they weren't guns, they would shoot smoke at the Decepticons when you would do that. But so you can at least see he did use the mech, so that could be one of the accessories with it. That could most probably be able to fit Jen in if it does come with Jen. But so you can at least see there is the mech suit right there. The mech he did build, the Lumina 2. Because there was one episode where he saved the, well, defeated the cons until Starsaber and the Victory Leo combined. But there's like a Victory Leo from that one episode too. Well, when he was created into Victory Leo. But so you can at least see that's how the mech did look when you did see it in the show. That or he could get a smaller shield or this saber sword, the saber shield. So there's that. There's a few other stuff. Those are mostly the things we could get with this figure. Once it gets back, which I can actually go swap over to the backing right now and see if it changed from last time I refreshed it. Which I'm quickly checking the backing right now. Yeah, I just went up 2 backers.
Yeah, you see, it's gonna it takes its time,
Yeah, it does.
but then eventually at the end, when there's only like maybe 2 more weeks, that's when we start seeing the backers start coming around and people
Yeah.
really backing it up. And then you still got the retailers that are gonna buy at least 3 or 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah, the online retailers, a few, and the in-store ones. So yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna get backed for sure.
But remember, Matt Striker did say he was gonna buy multiple copies,
Yep.
and then he would sell those for a lot of money. And then you were talking about you were gonna do that too.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about it because the more and more I look at it, it's like I think maybe the second one I might just keep it and open it up. I mean, why not? You
Yeah,
know?
you could like leave one in the VictorySaber mode, and then leave one in that Command Jet mode.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what you're gonna do.
Because I'm not you know, I mean, I'm not the type to open up my figures, but if I cannot see the figure and it's in a box, like how the Titans are.
Yeah, like
I
the
mean,
Unicron was, because you couldn't see Unicron. You had to open it up out of the box to see him.
exactly.
So yeah, but you could like have it displayed near the box if you take them
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. So those are the types that I would probably. I mean, if
Mhm.
he comes in like that, I would probably just open him up because
Yeah,
if you can't see him in a display plastic, clear
they probably
plastic,
won't. So you have
nah,
to
I doubt it
open
too.
them up.
I doubt it too. So I mean, I'd rather just open them up and keep
Yeah.
one in box, and then the other one I'd probably combine them and stuff.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know yet.
Just moving these figures over, because since you said the combined Titan actually could bring one out, so you can like get, which granted Saber's not gonna be Titan height, so
No.
which I'm just making rooms because this is gonna be a big one. Which you don't even have this figure yet, too.
Let's see.
You already know which one I'm bringing out.
I think so.
Which, yeah, granted, he won't
I think
be
it's
this big.
the beauty. I think it's the beautiful one, the one that I'm like, oh, like Salacious from.
Yes.
Oh, oh, I think like that.
Yes, then Salacious was actually talking to me last night about there was one of his naughty monkey lizards, so he was gonna probably see about that monkey lizard also back in this project, the Star Saber project. So Salacious will have to pay too for this figure.
Let's see.
Yes, you already
There it
know.
is.
Yep. If I can get him framed, because the light's also right near the edge where I'm standing. But you can kind of make him.
Oh. I love that from Salacious.
Yes. There, I got him in there. That's kind of how big he'll be with the Omega Supreme, which you can't even see the rest of Omega's body.
No.
Granted,
Wow.
it's way
Yeah.
off camera. Got, and then he's almost at the edge of the table, so I'm trying to make sure he doesn't fall
That's
over.
a transformer right there.
Yes, there, he's actually staying on that near the edge. I can bring in a little bit more, so that way. Granted, also the light's right next to the edge. There. That will kind of give you a scale. The Siege Titan Omega Supreme. If I bring the camera up for a quick second, you can see it. That's kind of how big it'll be. Well, granted, he'll probably be up to the Sky Shadow height still.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a little bit around to Bruticus, so around his lower crotch piece right around here, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how big Saber will be. Granted, he wasn't at a Titan height. He was more combiner height, right there. But yes, there's the Giants Omega Scream, which you still need to get.
Oh, I will. Don't worry, I will.
All right.
Yeah, that's one puppy I will get for sure. After you, so yeah.
Yeah. With the tight joints, like you heard in the review.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. Yes.
I like that. That's my.
Yeah, the
I
tight
mean,
joints. There's no stickers to apply to, which is a good thing. So, because like the previous Titan figures, they would have stickers they would have to apply, and this one doesn't have stickers, so that's good. Granted, you could just go in on the Toy Hack stickers.
yeah, the black pearls and hello.
Yes. Hey, Sin, how are you doing? But yeah, so like there's the that's how big how he'll be with the Mega Screen or any Titan figure too,
Yeah,
or that new Metroplex for the rumored Titan. Well, the Cybertron Metroplex from the Unicron trilogy when he appeared in the Cybertron series.
yeah. A lot of people are getting that Unicron already. So
Yeah, well, Unicron's been out a little bit longer, so.
yeah,
But yeah, granted, we'll see. But I'm surprised they still haven't posted a picture, well, at least in color, well, online colors of how the combine mode will be. Or at least pictures how for combine mode for the Saber will be. Too, for in colors, how it'll look. But granted, they'll probably be showing off at the PulseCon in October after the backing ends, so we could probably see it there too in person if we
yeah.
ever go there.
I hope so. We'll
Yeah,
see. Well, I just wanted to get back so we can get closer to the tiers and just start seeing the tiers.
yep.
But I mean, 17 and 8 and 20,000. I mean, I think they should be worth it. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
I
it
mean,
should be.
the Galactus one when it hit tier 3, it was kind of like it was worth the tier 3. Tier
Oh, yeah.
2, not so much because I mean, we already had Silver Surfers, but I want like the way that the Galactus ended with their tier 3. I hope that they do something for the Victory Saber as a nice tier 3 where I mean, if people back it and it gets more than 20,000, it should be well worth a tier, you know?
Yeah, that or they could fill in those hollow gaps, which they probably won't. But yeah,
Again, it's a prototype, so we don't know how the real one will be.
true.
So,
Yeah, we don't know how that will be.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, all I know is that I'm gonna for sure back it, but I want to wait till
Yeah,
I
just a
think
little
that.
bit more near the end.
Well, I mean, because I know it's gonna get backed for the 11,000, and I think the tier 1 will get backed.
Right.
I just like, I mean, tier 2 and 3 are so high that I want them to for sure count as a
Right.
back. You know, like I want to make sure
And
that.
if they don't get back, someone could just include those in an upgrade kit or something.
Yeah, but I mean, I mean, I think it's just worth the shot that we all work together and back it, so we don't have to pay extra in a kit. You know, I'd rather just
Yeah.
get it all for 180. Which I mean, whoever's on the chat, guys, 180 for Victory Saber is not
Yeah, if
bad
you
at
don't
all.
know this character, just go look up the Victory Show. You can find all episodes in English dub, all 32 episodes,
I
right,
mean,
for 180 figure.
it's worth it. I think so.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, for what's going to be a good figure. If you have Unicorn, it's going to be like that quality. So, or any of the other Haslab projects.
yeah. Which I'll find out
Would
when I
look
have
good
a
with your
Galactus.
collection. Yeah. Plus,
So,
if granted, if you don't buy it now, before it finished backing, you won't be able to get it. You could always look on eBay, but that's going to be a lot more expensive. So,
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna triple in price.
so then you should definitely get now if you don't want it to go skyrocket through the roof. Because it could be 1,000 or more on eBay with how how eBay's prices sometimes go.
Yeah,
So if
I
you
mean,
want a Star Saber figure, you gotta get now.
it's like how I showed everybody that cartoon of Galactus. I don't know if you
Yeah,
ever saw, it, but it was like, you want the bad news or you want the good news? Well, the good
right.
news is you got back. The bad news is you still have two more tiers to unlock. What do you think of that? And then one of the one of the ones that work with Galactus is like, what y'all motherfuckers don't realize is that the toy collectors are hard crazy. These guys are gonna to are gonna get the toys or whatever. I don't remember what he says, and he goes, besides, we have a few more days and two more tiers to unlock.
Yeah.
And then Thor comes out, he's like, you are right. No toy collector should a toy collector doesn't matter about the price. When you're a toy collector, you're a toy collector, and then that's when Galactus is like, Galactus agrees. How can you say you're a Marvel Legend collector and not put me in your collection? Oh, I'm $400, you say. Well, wait till you get on eBay and you'll see the triple the price of me.
Yes.
And then uh, Thor's like, by by Thor's hammer, you're right. I don't want to pay
Hmm.
scalper prices. And then Mr. Fantastic's like, God damn it, you're right. I gotta get my credit card ready
Yeah.
because it's true. I mean,
Now or the rents are bigger because the rents are for the Star Wars. Because then if you're a Black Series collector, then you definitely want to get that.
yeah, that ranker's gonna.
Yeah.
I hope it's a. I don't want it to be like these other rankers that we've had before. I want it to be a, because I already saw the Haslab Sentinel. Somebody had
Hmm.
it right next to
Oh yeah.
the Toy Biz Galactus, and I was like, holy moly, that sucker
Yeah.
shoot. So we shall see.
All right. Yeah, I'm seeing that. I can probably see how much the Haslab Unicron is, so that way you can at least get how much expensive these will be on eBay, which I quickly swapped over, or at least the other Haslab, like the Galactus one or the Sentinel.
Galactus was 399.
Yeah, I know the Unicron was what, $600.
439, I believe. It's not there anymore.
Right, I know. I'm saying that when it first released, now it's going to be even a lot more since that's been a while.
I think it was 400. I'm not too sure.
Right, and then
It
they
might have
did
been
do
in the
the Razor
200s.
Crest
It
figure
probably
too,
would have been
the
the
Razor
200s.
Crest, and the sail barrage too.
Yeah, I don't recall for the
Yeah,
Unicron.
like Unicron's over $1,000 for sure, almost 2,000 for one. I
Oh
bet,
yeah,
or more than 1,000. Here, I'll actually show a screen because you can literally see the prices. Oh my, no way! What the hell? Ooh, you're gonna hate. Someone's gonna pay that much for. Oh my. Yeah, the Unicron prices spiked up a lot.
they skyrocketed.
Yeah, especially one where it was what, like 3,000, 30,000. Here, you'll see. Let me swap over to the eBay tab I have opened, and then I'll scroll down. So, oh, if you think these prices can get worse, they can.
Oh, they are.
Oh yeah, just keep watching. That's not the one I was talking about. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Oh yeah, that's just
Look
ridiculous.
at this one right here. Look at the price.
Yeah, that's
And then
just
there's
something.
the two. Yeah,
That right there is just saying that that guy doesn't really want to sell it. That it's hard for him to get away to
right.
sell it off. But if he does, he'll sell it at that price. And
Yes. Oh yeah,
so that's what I would do if I really didn't like. If I want to sell something, I'll sell it, but I'm gonna sell it at a high price because at least
yeah,
if somebody buys it off, they bought it off at a high price. But if nobody does buy it, it's because I really, really didn't want to sell it, even though I was selling it. You get what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, I can understand 1,000, like 1,150. I mean,
Here's Sentinel prices too on eBay.
dang.
Yeah.
And that's a bid.
Oh yeah. Okay, go.
Oh,
But
that.
yeah,
Oh, but look
yeah.
at that one. It says with Sentinel pre-order with proof. So the guy has it pre-ordered, hasn't received the Sentinel, but he'll sell it to you for 700 because of the pre-order
Yeah.
proof. So I mean,
Yes. Or look
get
at
the
the
figure
one that's
first.
for 900. Open to offers, all tiers, and then you see the Wolverine right there.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh wow. Almost 900.
Yeah. No.
Sealed pre-order. Oh my god. And then there's some lower, there's some higher. Oh wow. With free shipping or best offer if that doesn't work.
But see, it's a pre. They're not even. They don't even have the figure yet. That's
Yeah.
the part
Granted, I
that's.
don't think some people have got it yet.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
Or
it's
look at
supposed to
this
come
one
out
right
this
here.
fall.
Or look at this one right below it.
Nah. I
This
mean.
thing has them. Oh my god. Yeah. Or like some people will just sell the heads excess only and not the full figure. Well, that's a lot cheaper than the full. Or wow.
Yeah, the cheapest would be like $900, $800.
Wasn't it 600 for the cheapest when you're at the very top? Jesus.
Well, but that was a
Yeah.
that was a that
A
was a
pre-order.
bid.
Yeah. Oh,
And
this
then
is the
mid
lowest one, but that's granted that's not the Sentinel Prime, the Sentinel, but see there, but you can at least see how much they are going up for.
Yeah, they're asking too much. Well,
Especially this one right
yeah.
here, and that here. Oh my god.
And some people will probably pay for it. You know,
Yeah, and I
try to
know.
see the Galactus. See if
Yeah,
anybody's doing that with for the Galactus now.
probably. Let me see. Or I know they also did do the Razor Crest too from the Mandalorian, his ship, which that's not a lot, but at the moment. But granted, these are also pre-orders too. So for the Razor
Yeah,
Crest.
yeah. The Razor Crest doesn't come out until the fall, just like the Sentinel.
Yeah, and these are all pre-orders too. Well, except for this one. Yeah, that one too. Look at the price. Or this one just has my account, not the actual ship. Oh my god. The
No,
account info.
plus they want the shipping on that one. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I just saw that too.
Plus
Or
100.
best, like, look,
Nah.
what? Oh my god. Yeah. This one wants 75 just to ship it. The rest are mostly free shipping. $70 to ship. Yeah, $13 would be a lot easier. $130 to ship it, plus the 50 cents. Well, yeah, let's see if it has like Galactus. That's what I want to see if someone's doing this. The same with these two. And then they did do the Sail Raj too, which that's probably a lot too. Let me delete that. Or it looks like it might not be available, but here I can at least show you the sense there. Sail Raj, because they also did do a Sail Raj figure.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, granted, only
10,000.
look at the one below it. If you haven't. Oh my god. Wow. Well, granted, only a few of them. Well, yeah, I'll see. I'll like this one in a second. Or there's smaller versions of it for a lot less. Only like $2, so.
Right? Get the.
Or, well, with $15 shipping from the UK.
Mm.
Or the smaller versions, but that's not the actual Haslab one. Yeah. Yeah, and when you see if the Galactus is on eBay. Galactus. If it is at the moment, I'm not sure if it is yet.
You probably have
back
to
when
write it all
it-
down.
Yeah. Oh, I just searched Haslab and those just appeared first. So. Well, it looks like it's not even pulling up. So it probably won't be up here for a few more weeks on eBay at the moment. But yeah, so from it looks like the Haslab Galactus not even showing up on eBay for at least a few weeks because the backing just ended. But the people with the pre-orders. I can see if I can find it on my phone and see if it's showing up on here. Yeah, someone is selling it on eBay. Only one of them. It's only one of them, and yeah, only one right now. The rest aren't.
Yeah,
There.
I figured it was in there, but not many have done the whole thing like the Sentinel because that's why it's not coming out because it's not a lot of people that are selling it right now. So
Right. But you're also. I found it on my phone. I want to see if I can find it actually on the computer. Well, here's more. There, that says I'm Galactus. With all stretch goals plus 100. Free shipping.
so they're doing almost double the price. Oh, there's more of them.
Yeah. With 100% complete. Right there.
Of course, I mean it's complete because
And then, yeah, there's only like a few right there with all stretch
man, look,
goals.
the tier 3 figure they're selling for $225. That's the tier
Yeah.
3 figure, that morgue right there.
Yeah. No Galactus pre-sale late September next year. So yeah, with Sentinel. So yeah, we'll see. Or look, here's all of those included with Galactus. Or there's the Haslab Galactus right there. Galactus pre-order. It's all stretch goals.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's
Like
triple
there's
the
more
price.
for a little bit less though. From Haslab Galactus. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's just the figure, that morgue itself. It's not even Galactus at all. That's a lot
Yeah.
for a 6-inch figure.
Loose, yeah, there's even like, or you can go with the Build-A-Figure one, but here's one right here. Marvel Legends Galactus right there. And $1 shipping. 1 cent shipping too.
Yeah, that means that it's for free, the shipping, I guess.
Well, from that's from Canada. Or here's one right, like $65 to ship it, with shipping included. So for that one, $49.11. Yeah, $8 with shipping for the more figure. A bunch of others.
Honestly, I think you
$2.50
should put.
for shipping.
I want to see if any backers that are backing VictorySaber have put anything up there already. You should try and see
Ooh,
if there's
that's
any.
gonna be an interesting search. I'm gonna say none of them did it, but because it's too early. Let's
But you
see
never
about
know.
Victory. Yeah, I know. They could be putting them up here right now. Let's see about VictorySaber then.
Or like the Mexican one, VictorySaber.
Yeah, so you called it that.
That was when it's like, I don't know about that one. I was like, oh shoot.
Nope.
No,
No, that's
nothing
the
there.
Super Link version, which that's kind of how he was based off of in the US. Nope, there's nothing yet. But probably once it finishes backing, then yes.
Yeah, I think they want to make sure that it does get backed.
Yeah. Oh,
It went
look,
up
do you see
one
what's
more.
that now? Yeah, and only went up one more while doing this stream. So I'll actually bring out the US VictorySaber Star Saber that I do have. Which that's going to be easy to bring out. From the US version of it.
So cool.
US version of the sword, I should say. Because we saw the sword in TF Prime. Which that came with the sword in Optimus, which I still actually have that sword. See, I'm just watching out for the wire, the cord over there that by the light. Yeah, that's the US version from how he appeared in TF Prime, which he's just a sword. That is the sword. Just the sword from TF Prime. That Optimus did use. In that one episode. In that many episodes when he got the Star Saber sword from Transformers Prime. But you can only see there's the sword from that he did use. From the US version. So that's only the US version from we got Min. Yeah, from we got Min.
Wow.
But also Victory Saber. Well, yes, Victory Star Saber slash Star Saber slash Saber slash Star Saber slash Victory Saber and Leo. Well, Victory Leo did also appear in another show, not Transformers Victory. It was another Japanese show called The Robot Masters.
Yeah.
Which that only had 2 episodes from Zakara, but that actually had an interesting concept. Because it wasn't just them versus their usual enemies.
Yeah.
Because for that show, they actually it was Optimus Prime with them too in that show. Optimus Primal, Leo Convoy, and then like versus Megatron, which was for first Convoy, Beast Megatron, Starscream, like you could see Starscream versus Saber, overpowering Saber. But granted, that was only a 2-episode show.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to try something different, which
And yeah, well, Takara actually produced the show, not the company who produced the other ones. Yeah, they did like Optimus Prime from that show. I do one styled Optimus Prime from the show because look, there's the Prime from that show. Well, Robot Masters Prime, and then there's the Victory Saber right there because you would see them combined in the show.
yeah.
But yeah, there's that. They also the Optimus Primal was in the show too. In that show, like, look, here's a little clip of Saber from the show. Well, from the segment, which was based on his mostly from his animation model, but you at least saw him with like Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, and a few others too from this Robot Master show. Just the picture once the site does load. But look here, they did say what other characters were in the show, like Leo Convoy. Liger was one of them. Arblade, granted the Beast Convoy, Beast Wars, but they at least did say other characters were. But yeah, you did see like at least Victory Saber and a few others too from this show. Well, in this one show,
Yeah.
like you did see, like from the picture. Friends, I'll have to adjust the picture if I can, because this isn't the full-on picture. There's like you can see there's both Optimus Prime toy, but there's like Primal. There's Optimus. There's Optimus Primal. There's obviously Saber, Victory Leo too, and then like Beast Megatron right there, Starscream. I know like Leo Convoy did make an appearance. A few other Decepticons. Megatron did also make an appearance from the show, but that was only a 2-episode show, so that's where other people could know it from if they've seen the Robot Masters TV show on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one only had like 2 episodes, a small cast. Because yeah, Optimus Prime, Saber with Primal, and then Victory Leo 2 versus the Megatron. Well, a G1 Megatron, a Starscream, like a Beast Megatron, and then there was probably like a few other cons, I believe. But yeah, you did see those few characters in the show from Robot Masters, which that did even have its own little toy line for universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like number of 2 episodes. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like there was supposed to be 3, but they didn't work on the 3 or 4. But yeah, because that was a subline. Like you see a Megatron, well, Beast Megatron, and they just call himself Megatron, which that one was a subline from Sakara in its own universe, own different universe. Mostly were like recolors, retold, so there was no really new figures. But with the characters were in the show were Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Beast, Megatron, Starscream, Starsaber, Victory Leo, and Leo Conflict. 2, and then you didn't see like Big Convoy or Predaking, but you did see at least a few others figures on the show when they appeared in that show. And so because there was only 2 episodes too.
Yeah.
That only made an appearance in this one show. Well, in this Robot Massive series show, but that's also another place where Saber actually, they combined with Victory Leo in that one episode, in that one show, for 2 episodes. But there's the Haslab VictorySaber again, so you can see there's that. And then yes, there will be free shipping included with it. Granted, probably other more retailers will be having this on sale too at their online site. Too, because I believe like how the Chosen Prime does the NBA at Toy Store, you won't have to actually pay until they actually get the figure in person. Until they actually get the box, and then Adam is back, he just said hey to send. Too. Right at this very second. But yeah. So there's that. But yeah, we'll see what the Saber will be fully in colored once it's finally released.
Oh, it's gonna look great.
Yeah, it will be with its color scheme as we saw from those clips. And then like the G-Bass I sent you, Salacious, a few others. But yeah, so that way you can at least imagine, that's kind of how the figure will look once it's in person.
Yeah.
Too.
That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it would be. It's gonna be cool.
I'm not here.
I'm not here. You're crazy. Hello, Adam. Hello. So I can actually swap screen so that way. I'm not here. You're crazy. And then sends his hype back to him. I see. Yes. I'm not. Yeah. Okay. Just call us crazy then. Very funny, Adam.
Well, what a great presentation you did.
Yeah, and bring out these different characters, so you can get a sense of how big. And I did bring out the Siege Omega Supreme for a second too. But yeah, we'll see how Saber is in robot mode, which even with the
you brought out the legs of America Supreme.
I did bring the camera up for a few seconds. Because granted, he was mostly staying near the edge of the table, but at least did bring him out.
Yeah, you did.
On camera, and then Adam's laughing too.
How about them legs?
Yes.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Good old Forrest Gump.
No, but I mean, I'm very excited for this VictorySaber. I just I was like, I hadn't even paid attention to it until the Galactus was over, and then I looked into it and everything, and I was like,
then I was also telling you about it too.
Yeah, but I had already looked at it before you told me,
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah,
and I was like, man, it's only 180. I was like, shit, I'm going for that one too.
yeah.
So it makes me wonder where the ranker, if Galactus was 399 and this one's 180, I wonder if the ranker is
Anchor.
gonna be around 300
Oh,
to
it could be because
250.
yeah, the details, the price, the scale, and that's gonna be bigger. Well, not as big as Galactus, but that's gonna be big. So
Yeah, it was supposed to be for the 6-inch line, so
right.
um, so when I saw that, I was like,
Maybe somewhere around the Sentinel, because the Sentinel was 6 inch, well, scaled with that 6 inch line, so the Galactus. So
yeah, I still like that Sentinel for the 3 3/4 inch. I think it looked better with the 3 3/4 inch
yeah,
figures, but I mean the way they're doing their figures with the Unicron, I mean, I think the only ones like the Jabba's barge sail and the Razor Crest, I wasn't
yeah.
too like big wow on those, but these figures
hmm
like the Victory Saber, which we hadn't had one in a long time. If you
Yeah,
think about
since like the G1 twice, I believe.
it, right? So to bring him out, I thought it was great to do that, and especially as a
Yeah,
Haslab figure and the way they're making him, you can't go wrong with the price, and we still need to know we know what one tier is, but
yeah. We need to find out what the other two tiers are.
yeah, and once we find out, I mean, I think it'll be well worth it. Now, if it does come with the big shield, I don't mind it, but it better come with the shield and the mini sword for the tier 2.
Yeah. Or granted, they could do the shield as how the MP did it, but they probably won't because with the MP that came with the flight stand, this shield there was a slot, so you would pull back the main handle of the shield, and you would slide the flight stand there, and then so that way you could have it in while it's flying, and then for robo mode you can have the shield. But granted,
Yeah,
you only did use the shield in that one episode of the show. Granted, other Transformers had one thing that they had in one episode of the show, and we still got that as an accessory. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, if tier 3 comes with Jan and just Jan only, and if it's gonna be small, then you should bring it with the flight stand with Jan.
right, well, yeah, Giant well fits on the fight stand because there's like the little ports on the
Yeah,
figures. But he probably won't, but I can at least like put Saber next to him, or that Charlie, or the Time Master right back next to Jan,
yeah,
so you can at least get a sense of scale with it. So, so yeah, we'll see how that is going to be.
yeah. We'll
So,
see. Unless tier 3 is the nemesis. I don't know. No, it'd be cool, but no.
oh no, not yeah, the Multisaurus, but yeah.
No, Multisaurus will be
And the
next
next
year.
that could be the next figure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll be
because in
next year.
combined, Saber, they would have to make him as big as Saber, so and Star Saber because that's how big it was. But granted, they could include his sword, his mace that he did use in the episode, like you saw in that clip when you see it in that show,
Hmm.
and then also his two breastmasters,
Yeah.
like the line. But I know there's a few third-party companies that are doing him. Like I know a Planet X did version of him. The MMC is doing a version of him that hasn't released,
Hmm.
but the X Transbots is doing a version of him, so that will be releasing. And X Transbots one will be in MP scale, so it won't scale well with the Haslab, or it might. But when the X Transbots releases,
Yeah.
if the quality is good on the X Transbots version, as
Yeah.
how it's been with their other figures, like their Cup figure, there was a part that broke off during transformation on that Cup figure from them.
Yeah.
Granted, some of the waist on their like Senticons, they were a little bit loose, and the transformations are low. The materials sometimes don't feel good on their Transmods figures.
Yeah.
So that's only one thing. But granted, they still have a bunch of other figures that are still need to release. But
Yes.
like that trailer issue, it was like $200 for a trailer, and then the trailer would be breaking on some parts. It wouldn't be stable. That's a reason why I never actually got that trailer. I do have the full Slender concept from them, but I never got that trailer
Yeah.
because that was a $200 trailer, and then Granted, that had the base mode, which if they removed that base mode, they could have removed it.
Yeah. Well, we'll
So,
find out what goes on with this. I mean, we just let everybody know, and if anybody's a Transformer fan, yeah, get this figure
yeah.
for 180.
And that, or if you
Right
haven't
now,
even seen any of the G1 show, like for me, I didn't even grow up with the G1 show. I watched that, the G1 series, and I also watched like Victory. Yeah, I loved the figure. So,
that was
listen, bro,
awful.
it sounds like Adam.
No, no. But guys, VictorySaber, back 'em,
Yeah,
180.
I'll post the
Not
link
bad at
again to the
all. We
show
don't
in the
even know what
description
tier
and to
two.
Hasbro Pulse.
We don't know what
Again,
tier 2 and 3 are, and if they're great things for the Victory Saber, it's gonna be well worth it for
yeah.
sure. For sure. So
And then granted, once we see color pictures, that's gonna make a lot of people back it. I'm not sure, but we'll see when that happens.
oh, it'll be back for sure. I
Like,
mean,
yeah, it just happened like the 5,000 hit overnight. So, granted, if it does reach Japanese, well, the backing does, then yeah, we'll definitely get it because that's
oh
where the character's from.
yep. Yeah, I agree, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be a figure well worth it. I mean, if people already got the Unicron, and well, some
Yeah.
I think maybe a few have gotten the Unicron, not everybody, but if they're saying it's well worth it,
Yeah. That features they include like the movable mandals if you move it. But granted, have you seen the Studio Cell Unicron?
yep. So
Have you seen the Studio Cell Unicron? That's way better than the Hasbro Unicron.
is it?
So, yeah, here I can bring up a Studio Cell Unicron. You're gonna love it. Granted, it's less the price of a Hasbro one. Well, a little bit less. It's a little bit smaller than the Hasbro Unicron. I mean, you go pull that up. But yeah, they like even but they actually Zeta was originally releasing the Studio Cell the Unicron, and then that's when Hasbro shut them down because that's when their Unicron was still in production. So then they had to slam Zeta down for that. So then Zeta released it under another third-party company while they were still releasing their own figures. But let me show you the Studio Cell Unicron. You're probably gonna love it more than the Hasbro one. But granted, how the Haslab has that big backpack,
Mm-hmm.
the Studio Cell is a lot smaller backpack. They cleaned it up. They had it like hidden in the legs, in the arms, everything.
Hmm.
I believe they call it Core Star, I believe was the original name. But here, I'll pull up a picture. You're gonna like it a lot better than the Haslab one version for sure. So here, let me go swap back over here and show the screen again. Let me add it back. So here, this is the Studio Cell Unicron right there. So you can see how it
Wow.
looks. The feet, the details, the legs, it's all clean. The joints, the back, literally as clean as the front is. That's how clean the back is. So, and then like there's the head for Unicron. There's the wings. There's that. Even that the head had the light up feature. Like yeah, you can see how big it is. Like well, granted this was before. If you want for the movie, like how he had all blue on planet mode, you have the
Mm-hmm.
option for that too. So that's like even the shoulder pads right there too. Everything it could still transform too. Because yeah, this was their core star figure. Let me see. Because look, this is the back of the figure. Look how clean that is compared. See,
Yeah.
that just collapses right there, and then that's the back of it. So you could have it on the front or the back. You wouldn't even really notice. Granted, there's that little collar part. And look, here's like if you, granted on the box they did show you with these arms out. If you want, there's the roll. There's the planet mode, and I can see if I can probably find one versus the has pulse one. But that's it on the stand, which that's 24 centimeters right there. Robot mode's about 45 centimeters. Like, look, here is a MP10 from what it looks like. Whereas this looks like a Legends Unicron. So yeah, you can see which one definitely won versus Haslab versus the Unicron. But there is like even pictures, I believe, of this one versus the Unicron version. But look, like all that detail right there. You can have the light, you have the little stands right there, mandibles, too, everything. Which this one does look a lot better, a lot more cleaner than the Haslab
Yeah.
Unicron. Look, like here's the print from the back, from the silhouette. That looks a lot better from the Unicron right there, because the Unicron had the big backpack too. And granted, this one's a lot smaller, a little bit more smaller than that Unicron, than the Haslab one. But this is a lot smaller. But you should here. I'll see if I can find one versus the Haslab.
Well,
And then
isn't this one the size as the Toys R Us exclusive one that came out a while, like little years ago?
ooh, that's a good question. Unicron versus Unicron. That's the Haslab one versus the Siege Omega from what it looks like. Okay,
Wow.
Sharkticon right there. Here's the Haslab versus Primus. There's that original one and a few other Unicrons.
That's the Haslab one?
Yeah, that you could tell because look at the backpack and look at the side panels. Because I just showed you that Unicron, the
Yeah.
has
That
the
you're right. That one looks
studio
too. I don't know. I don't. I like that other one that you showed me. It looks a lot. The color looks a lot.
cell Unicron. I'm seeing if I can find them versus each other because they look really good. Look, there's the Haslab one versus the. This is the Studio Cell Unicron. Granted, the Haslab one did have more features like the flight stand, but as you see, this come with those two, so you could stand it up there. And then like the mouth could open on the Haslab, but this one had like little buildings and it has swappable. Like, look, this is the inside of the chest on the Studio Cell. You can see all that detail when you open up the
Wow.
chest. Right there. Okay, they're really not showing anything versus the Haslab Unicron. Because if I could find one, you would see this one's a lot better. Well, you can already see from the picture of them. So there's another, well, at least you can, like, because, yeah, the Haslab one is a lot different. Well, transformation, but the Studio Cell is a lot better for it. If I
Yeah,
can,
I'm liking the Studio Cell one more.
yeah, like how clean it
Especially
was, too.
especially how you said it has those the yellow blaster where it looks like he's screaming. That I like.
Yeah, that's actually a light, a feature.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can find a picture of them, but no, unfortunately I could not. But like, yeah, because that's light. Like, look, here's I believe the Studio Cell from the back. You can see the back. That's the LED, so the eyes will light up. That's more for the alt mode. And so
Mm.
you can see that's all for it.
How much was the Studio Cell going for?
I believe less than Haslab Unicron.
Wow, I'd rather go with that.
Yeah, I think I've seen it like for what, 200, almost $300 on eBay for the Studio Cell. So
Not bad.
yeah, like you saw that detail. That's the inside of the chest. As soon as you open that up, you see that. Here, I can go back and look at the price right now for the Studio Cell. Well, I'll send you a video versus this one. At least can see if I can find a picture versus, or I might be able to show you right now. Let me see. Let me just go to shipping or shopping part of it. So I probably should also add the Unicron. And they did like do a Halloween theme color. Look at the price right here. Granted the drop price, but yeah. And there's the box. So you get all that, and then you get the smaller box, which had the wings right there. And then the head was in a separate box. But they did actually do a pumpkin version of it, so you can have it look like a pumpkin.
No.
Yes. So, like, oh, there's a picture of him. But yeah, I'll see if I can Here, let me see if I can find one of scale versus the Haslab versus the Studio Cell Unicron, because you're gonna love this one versus the other one.
Well, I'm already liking it more.
Yeah. Well, I'm seeing from like a review, if I can, on YouTube. So let me just quickly pull that one up. And I believe he had this Unicron. Well, I believe he did show these Unicrons when he did the review. Or I can see if I can find one like Haslab Unicron versus
Afro says that the Haslab was too small.
And this, yeah, granted, the new one, don't you have to buy the studio? Yes, you have to, but as you saw, you can also get the wings with it included. With the wings separate with that. Let me see if I can find one. And as I almost dropped one, Sky Shadow. Versus Studio Cell Unicron. Yeah, right? Because this is one of my actually friends who did this video. So, here's his intro. Let me just, granted it's muted, so unboxing everything. Because that's the, he just did the robot mode comparison. Let me see if I can, here. That's the Haslab. That's the Studio Cell. That should tell you which one's better. You can
Well,
see
in
the Studio Cell.
size, I mean,
Yeah,
in size, Haslab looks cool, but I
yeah,
mean, the Studio Cell doesn't look bad at all. Just the
right?
color, it looks almost just like the one from the movie.
Yeah, it does, but like if you want, you can swap into the alt mode. Like, look here. Here's the planet mode comparison, which you did, and here's the intro. Let me just fast forward. But see, this is the Studio Cell right there. But look, there's a little LED in there, so if you open up those panels, you can reveal like a little LED and have those open up individually. And like, so there's the head of Unicron.
Yeah.
See, you can have an LED in that cone right there to give it like he's sucking, like it's a tractor beam or something. And then see, that can also be used as a little stand included with that instead of the big one. And you don't need the stand to transform the figure to stand it on because the weight. And if you want, there's the Haslab. But granted, the Haslab didn't come with the ship, these minifigures. But granted, that's the Haslab versus the Studio Cell figure, which the Studio Cell has it much more in. Look how small, you can granted how small they are.
Wolf said, I mean, Wolf, Offworld said they both look too small.
Well, yeah, one is a lot bigger, this one's bigger, like you just saw in the previous video, this one's smaller.
It was funny. He was saying that both look too small.
Well, granted, these were the planet mode, so it's now I can actually go pull up. But so that way you can at least see which one's bigger and which one looks better. Granted, the Studio Cell doesn't really have that backpack
Yeah,
like
but
how the Haslab did.
it still looks cool. I mean, the only thing that if the Studio Cell, um, if the Studio Cell was a little bit bigger, like that, Haslab, I think it'd be a lot better. But
That would be more money, but yeah, I agree.
yeah, but in sculpting wise and in color form, I'd rather go with the Studio Cell. I didn't like the way they did the Unicron with the extra parts of of the legs, and I think they put too
Yeah.
much detail into it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why I was like, eh. And I know that it's probably bigger than the Unicron I have, but I mean,
Probably is, depending on which version you have.
the Transformers Universe Unicron.
Yeah, that one's an older figure. So yeah, that one's definitely bigger than the Haslab's definitely bigger than that one.
That's the Toys R Us exclusive I was talking about. That I was wondering if
So
so yeah, was about the same size as that one.
I'm not sure. I can actually see if I can pull up a height on both of them, and then that might make it easier. And then that would probably be the Mada Unicron that you were talking about that you have. Well, how he looks like in the Armada series. In the
Yeah,
Armada
it's
show.
the Armada one. Yeah, I think it's the Armada one.
Yeah, well, I think they only released one because he did appear in all 3 seasons of that show. Well, at least the first 2. Yeah, yours is about 16 inches tall. Right
So
there.
they said
Yours,
the
well,
what?
from what it looks like. This is
A little bit
here.
smaller than
Well,
the
granted,
studio.
that's just a repaint, but here. Is this the one you have?
Let's see.
This is the Armada Unicron.
I can't see anything yet.
Okay, give it a second because there could be delay.
Oh, okay.
It's on the screen. That already didn't show the screen. Yeah, I never showed the screen, so that's why he can't see anything.
I don't see nothing still.
Now you can see what. There you go. Is that the version you have?
Oh man, I'm not sure. I think so. It's because I never opened mine. It's still in the box, but I think it is.
It
It
could
looks
be.
like it's because this one looks too cartoony. Mine looks a little more.
Granted, there's
Okay,
repaint.
yeah, I think it
Here,
is.
wait, here. This is the one in the box.
Yeah, that's the
That's
one
in the
I have.
box. Yeah, okay, yeah, because this is the Armada Unicron.
Yeah, that's the
So
one
this
I
one's
have.
16 inches. So yours is 16 inches tall. So, yeah, 16 inches tall right here. So
Yeah.
let's see about the
Studio
cell.
Cell, I think, was 17.7 inches, so it's about another inch and something taller.
Okay, I'll see. Then the Haslab's definitely the bigger one out of both.
Oh yeah, because it was what, about 2.5 feet, or I mean, like 2 feet or so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the C cell's 18 inches. You're
Wow.
off. It's just 2 inches bigger.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy me another Unicron, but from Studio Cell.
Yes, but there's like 2 versions of it. So like, I'll show you pictures. I'll send you videos of both versions, and like some bullet transformation reviews.
Yeah, that'll be
And
cool.
then that one you'll actually have to take out of the box because the way how it came packaged. So
Oh yeah, no. I mean, if I get the Studio Cell, I will open that one up for sure. I mean, it looks
here,
so. It looks so cool. It looks like a transform. I mean,
yeah,
for being third party, it looks awesome just the way it is. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
27 inches is the 27 feet
For the
tall.
Haslab,
Yeah, this is the Haslab Unicron.
so
I'm
it's
looking.
2 feet and 3 inches tall.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. Not bad, man. Not bad.
Yeah, it's over 27 inches tall for robot mode, and then it's like 30 for the alt mode.
Very cool.
Yeah, but I'll send you individual videos on both of the Studio Cell, 2 different versions, so you can like see which one you want depending on which one. Because there's 2 versions of this Studio Cell Unicron. So here,
Yeah.
I'll look at
Cool.
the Haslab backing one more time before I actually end this. That way, it's not going on forever.
Yeah, it's all right. But no, well, thanks for the live and hangout. So
Yeah.
we'll do this again and talk about it more later on once the
That,
back.
or maybe once we see the fully pictures
Yeah.
again, and then that, and then or when we actually see it in person, then we could talk about it again.
Yeah, for sure.
But like it did say, it's going around at cons right now. But let's see how much back this is. It's probably got more than last time we checked, which was around 5,690 around there.
It was 5,660.
Actually, no, it just got 7 more by the time last time we checked.
Awesome. So it's going up.
Yeah, slowly.
Cool.
But hey, it's still going up. It's probably gonna be by 6,000 by the end of probably by sometime next week.
By the end of the weekend, probably.
Well, they only have tomorrow, so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
and then
tomorrow, today and tomorrow.
it's a Labor Day weekend, so I think
Yeah.
by Tuesday it should be up by 6,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Definitely.
All right. Okay, Wolf. Well, thanks,
Wait,
man,
why don't
for
you say
having
where
me.
they can find you before I end it, so that way.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I don't say much about my channel, but yeah, you can find me at YouTube. It's JohnJoker. I don't have much on my channel, but I mean, I'm gonna
You
upload
had your
more
Joker's trivia tournament, so that's something you had.
doing the Joker's trivia tournament. I will be doing a Star Wars trivia soon. Hopefully, I can get the Joker's trivia tournament back on track. It's been a lot of things doing, but I will
Yeah,
be putting more videos of the stuff that I have, collection I have. Plus,
yeah.
also, I will probably be doing pre-fantasy reviews on the NFL since NFL started and fantasy leagues going up. And also, you can find me on Joker's Fun House of Figs on the Instagram.
Yes, hey, and now Discord too.
Oh yeah, and on Discord, Joker's Home. I forgot about that. Thank you.
Yeah, because I was the one who convinced you to get it. Well, I convinced Josh to get it. He still hasn't joined the server.
Yeah, well, he
But
will.
yeah.
We're
Oh,
gonna.
yeah, I know. He knows.
All right, buddy. Well, I gotta
All
go.
right.
My battery's about to die. So,
All right.
but
Yeah.
thank you so much.
I'll
You have a
definitely
good
send
one.
you those videos. Oh,
Yeah,
by the
thanks.
way, let me just quickly say this before you go. For them, just quickly post the link to John your channel, so you could just go there. Click on that
Thank you
link.
all for
And I'll post it in the description too, so that way.
appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, y'all take care now.
Yeah, you too. I'll send you those videos as soon as I can for the studio
Cool.
style Unicron, so you can see which version you want.
All right, sounds good. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, y'all take care.
You too.
See you all for. Bye.
See you, John. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna end it. Thanks for everyone who stopped by. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and to notify when we're real live. We're gonna upload a new video. We were just talking about the Haslab Unicron. It's went over about 2 hours 30 minutes. But yeah, I'm just gonna. But yeah, so there's that. If you want, you can back it. I'll post the link to that Hasbro Pulse in the description. Same for JohnJoker's channel. If you want, you can go follow him there. Probably put his Insta there too. If you want, you can go follow him. See what he has on his Instagram. But yeah, anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. You can find the Ultimate Wolf on Twitch, the Ultimate Wolf on Instagram, the Ultimate Wolf on Discord. Ultimate Wolf on, yes, there's that. You can go back to Haslab StarSaber. I'll put a link in the description where you can find the show. Granted, they'll probably be around this big of a height for combined StarSaber mode. Probably around this big of a height for the robot for StarSaber. VictorySaber has like knocked him over again. Granted, I did bring him a little bit more forward. Probably around this height, a little bit smaller than that. When guys use Combiner scale, Saber would probably be around there, or compared to the stage sound, which he fell over. Well, granted, I had to knock him over so I can have room. Let me remove that comment. There's that. Monday night, I'll be resuming War Control. Stasis Run! Stasis Run. You just missed it. I'm about to end it. I was just showing scale heights. So StarSaber should be about this big in combined mode. This big, which is about 9.5 inches, I believe. So this big of a figure. Okay? Anyways, I've been the Ultimate Wolf Reviews and Gaming. This has been the Hangout with JohnJoker talking about the Haslab Star Saber. Granted, like he did say, yes, decent size, and then probably around this size for robot mode of Voyager class. And then I did also, me and JohnJoker will be talking about the Star Saber Haslab Star Saber again, but that probably won't be until we got like in-person pictures, and then at least a little bit longer, like in-person pictures at least of that. But yeah, I'll be doing a bunch more reviews, like the Studio Series Constructicons, which you can't even see because they're black from where they are. There, you can kind of see them behind the chair, right behind me. But yes, the Studio Series Constructicons, like Monday, well, Tuesday, I know it was like long haul and Hightower. But Salacious literally made it right at the end. I started around, what, 12:30 your time? 12:30 a.m. UK your time? And now it's time for it to be over. So, anyways, I've been Not Wolf Reviews and Gaming.